Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I wanted to take a closer look at the upcoming Stolen Goods event. So for those of you guys who don't know, every season from now until the foreseeable future for Rainbow Six Siege, we will be getting a mid-season event, and this season we will be getting Stolen Goods on the map Headquarters, and Headquarters is actually a redesign of the original Hereford base. And if you didn't play the game when the old Hereford base was in the game, if you go to the situations currently in the game and you play the first one, that is actually the old Hereford base, which you can still play. It's not really the full map and everything, it's kind of like cornered off at bits, but you still get the same feel for the map. Now this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see this map again and play some new stuff on it. And it has been redesigned quite, not a lot, but a bit to fit more of the theme of this game mode, which seems to be sort of like a mafia gang related sort of game mode. And as you can see on screen right now, credits to Ella from Poland for data mining and actually finding gameplay and getting gameplay, providing us gameplay of the actual new event. Now this is really cool. I'll also link their YouTube channel in the bio, but we actually get to see a full playthrough of this event. Now one of the extremely unique things about this game mode is the fact that everything in this mode, so the floors and the roof, are all fully destructible and you can fall through them all. So think about it as every floor and roof is basically one big hatch. Now this is extremely cool. This is a gameplay feature that was technically in the game, but it didn't make it into the actual live build. And what I mean from this is if you actually go back and look at the alpha E3 video for this game, this is actually before the alpha, this is the reveal trailer for this game, you can see the soldiers attacking on house and they actually blow up the floor and it opens up similar to like this on screen, and it is pretty cool. And before we go on any further, I'm not going to show the entire video here, I'll have the full video linked in the bio, but I just want to talk about some of the cool aspects that I've taken from this. And the first of that being is that everything here is destructible, which is really cool. Now another thing that we're looking at right now is the person who is providing this gameplay is playing as Amaru, and as you can see they are getting options to latch onto the broken floor above them, and this actually coincides with a recent supposed leak of the Year 5 Season 2 buffs and nerfs and balancing changes, and in that it said that Amaru will be able to use her grappling hook, her Gara hook, inside. And judging from this gameplay, it seems like that aspect of the game is already being developed for this mid-season mode and will probably come into full effect by the time of Year 5 Season 2, as this is a really well needed buff for Amaru, which is needed. Granted, in this gameplay clip they never actually was able to use the Gara hook, but they still got the option to latch onto it, it's just that they weren't available to do it in that current situation. But at least we know that you will actually be able to fly up these broken floors as Amaru, which seems to be a very new feature, which was also hinted at in the Year 5 Season 2 supposed leaked reworks and balance and changes. So that is a really cool thing, and I'm glad to see that Amaru is starting to get some new aspects to her gadget and some new gameplay mechanics. Now another thing you may notice here is that the weapons are a bit different. Now in this game mode, all the attackers and all the defenders will only have shotguns, and it will be their default primary shotguns which they already have, and if they do not have a shotgun, they seem to have a different shotgun. So for example, Wamai does not have a shotgun for himself, so I believe in this he's using Ying or Legion's shotgun. So if they don't have their own shotgun, they will be using someone else's, but if they already have their own shotgun, for example like Sledge, he will be using his one. And another thing is, they will all have the super shorty as a secondary weapon. So every gun, including the secondary weapon in this game mode, will be a shotgun, which is pretty cool. You kind of want that if the whole map is going to be destructible. You want to have the most amount of destruction capable. You don't want to be having long range gunfights when someone's using a shotgun. I feel like a lot of problem with some of these game modes is a lot of the abilities kind of ruin stuff. And I'm afraid that that may happen with this, because it seems like we're getting Frost and Ella and stuff. And maybe this is just a personal opinion, but like especially in the Golden Gun, granted Golden Gun was not a mid-season event, Golden Gun was just an arcade mode, but the one thing I hate the most about Golden Gun is when you're getting into a gunfight and then someone throws a nitro cell at you or someone throws a grenade at you. I don't think the ability should have been in it. I think operator abilities ruin these fun game modes a lot of the time. But it'll still be cool to play and cool to see how all these different gadgets will incorporate in this map and the game mode. As well as this, the objective of the game mode seems to be there are 3 safes here around the map, and the attackers basically just have to go up and capture the safes, but the defenders will have the availabilities to destroy the floor around them, and you can actually see that if the floor below it gets destroyed, it will actually fall down onto the floor below, and if it actually falls on top of someone, it will kill them, which is really cool. So the whole basis of this game mode seems to be attackers have to go in and capture 3 cases, and the defenders have to do all in their power to stop it. And with the entire destructibility of all the floors and roofs, that is going to lead to some of the funniest gameplay mechanics I think we've seen in the game yet. But overall, these are kind of the main things that I've taken from these game modes. The entire destructibility thing with the shotguns only seems like an incredible thing. It seems like some of the fun stuff that you'd want to do in a custom game sometime with a group of friends. I hope some of this stuff may make its way to like custom games at one point, because if you had like a full 10-man of people just messing around with this doing a custom game, that would be extremely hilarious, and it'd be a nice change of pace from the main game itself. But that is all I really wanted to take from this game mode in this video. If you would like to watch the entire 15-minute gameplay, I believe it's quite long, I'm going to end this video here. Be sure to like, subscribe for more content like this. I assume that this event is going to come out in the coming weeks. I can't see it coming out any time later than that, considering that it's already in the game right now and seems to be ready to be launched for the player base to play it. And it will just come one day without any warning, like they always do with these events, and it will just pop up. Let's talk about it on Twitter, and it'll be there to play for usually like a month. These things last. They always say it'll be like 2 or 3 weeks, but they ended up extending it most of the time anyway. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about in this video. Like I said, be sure to subscribe for more and drop a comment below, tell me your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.